Shalom everyone, it's called Torah. It's Tuesday at 11 today. Just for this week, we are learn at 11 instead of 12. And I would like to discuss with you one of the interesting concepts that we have in our parasha, Parashat Mishpatim. This parasha, Mishpatim, meaning laws, commandments, that we have so many of them. So many different commandments, so many different situations, and so many different circumstances that the Torah brings up for discussions. We will talk about the Hebrew slave. We'll talk about laws of damages. We'll talk about laws of personal relationships. We'll talk really, if you boil it down to one sentence, you're really going to deal in this parasha in a societal laws. All laws that relate and associate themselves with healthy society. How do we create a healthy society? How do we build a society that we can be proud of? A society that is based on ethics and ethical norms and behavior. And what do we expect really from everyone in this society? One thing for sure, we know that no one can say in a society, oh, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, we believe in freedom, we believe in independency, but we also believe in responsibility. And I think this is a very common thread that goes over the entire parsha. Yeah, you want to walk with your dog, that's perfect. You can freely walk with your dog, but you need to make sure that that dog does not bite and will not bark next to a pregnant woman that will cause her, God forbid, to have a miscarriage, for example, or will scare a little child. So, yes, you have freedom to do and to exercise your freedom in the public domain, but nevertheless, you need to be aware and mindful of the surrounding around you. And really we can go on and on with this theme in many of the commandments, but I don't want to do it today with you. Today I would like to talk about a very interesting topic that bothers me from time to time. There is a trend in Israel and also in the United States when it comes to some Jewish people. When you are being captured or you are being imprisoned for an unethical transgression or for an unethical behavior or for a crime, you see someone who was totally not religious. And when you see him in court or you see her in court, they are all look religious, especially in Israel. It happened many times in Israel and it really bothered me. You saw someone who stole billions of dollars. The guy had nothing to do with religion. When he comes to court, first time on court, you see him with a beard, you see him with a big kippah, and he is all religious. And he wants to go to, if he goes to prison, he wants to go to the religious department, to the religious section. And even here in America, we were obviously witnessing someone who committed a terrible crime, and before that he was not so religious and now become very religious. So we have this trend that it's becoming something that has become as a trend, but also it becomes something that it's like become obvious. Oh, I did that, so now I become religious. And what's the parsha have to say about it? The parsha said a sentence that I think has so much power. The verse says, "Me'im mizbechi tikachenu lamut." What does that mean? Literally, it means, for my altar, you will take him to execute him or to punish him. What does that mean? So the Talmud talks about the fact that, let's say there is a Kohen, a priest, who violated something that he deserved punishment. And he knows that. So what does he do? He goes to the altar. He goes to the temple, thinking he's protected. No one will touch him. He's there. He's with the holiness and everyone is holy. Well, no one is going to touch him. The Torah says to us, you go to the Beit HaMikdash, you take this Kohen, this priest, and you take him with you. And he needs to pay for his violations or for his transgressions. Religion is not a protection system for crimes that we do. Religion is the medication to try to prevent us from committing crimes. If someone committed a crime, he cannot hide behind religion. He cannot put a nice beard on and a nice kippah on and to act righteously and piously when he committed a crime. We hope that the religious life that someone lives will influence him or her to create a life with no transgression or with limited transgressions, but not a protection for crimes that we committed. The Torah says even if, let's say, there is no Cohen at all among the Jewish people, he's the only Cohen, but he stole money, or he cheated, or he did something else, and he deserved punishment, you take him. So you will ask me, so no service at the temple? The answer is, yeah, no service at the temple. Because if someone is corrupt, and if someone is totally unethical, I don't want him as a priest. I don't want him as a spiritual leader. And I don't want him or her to fake that they are pious or religious. Religion and religious is not about the way you look, necessarily. It's part of it, but it's not what it defines it. What defines being a religious person is to obviously observe the commandments of God, but not only the commandments between us and God, but also the commandment between us and our fellow men, between us and society, between us and other societies. That's what a complete Jew is. So I think it's a tremendous educational lesson that the Torah sends to us. Religion is not a protection system. Rather, it's a prevention system. It's a system that gives us the tools, the mechanism, the teachings, the lessons of how to live ethical life of righteousness and piety in a true and a genuine sense. Thank you.